I'm doing better than I deserve. I just fired up the grill. I'm gonna cook a ribeye like I do pretty much every space. And it's getting cold here in Minnesota, man. It's getting cold.
Yeah, I heard it
My
gets
hips
real
hurting,
cold
my
over there.
back's hurting. Yes, sir. I grew up in the northern part of the state on the corner of North Dakota and Canada, and so 30 below is normal ice fishing weather. But man, my body aches when it gets cold. I can't wait to buy a house down in Florida again and be able to go back and forth after we get in this bull run.
Yeah, man. Just make sure you have a lot of I don't know, some heaters or some firewood or whatever. I heard it gets real cold out there.
It does, but we're not in the sticks. I still got heat.
Did you hear my wife?
Yep.
Mm,
Hello.
she said,
Hi.
she go.
Good. I don't want to say your name. I was going to say hi, and I was like, oops, not doxing everybody.
Yeah, man. But she said, I don't know if you heard the other part. She was like, when I was saying, make sure you got some heaters or some firewood, and she was like, and also a girlfriend.
I got no time for those. We
That'll
got
keep you
too many
warm.
spaces, bro. We got too much raiding.
Yeah, well, anyways. How's
Get
everybody
through that
doing?
bull run, then I'll have four of them.
So, I don't know I'm pretty sure everybody here knows what happened today, but we'll just go over it. MANYU has officially, we already knew we were getting the Zebek MANYU debit card, but it's official today. It actually hadn't launched at that time. They were just saying that it's coming, it's officially coming. But now, if you live in America, sorry, other countries, European countries and African countries, but only in America right now it's available, and you can use your MANYU through Zebek debit card and purchase things in real life. So that's something bullish that came out today. And the second part that was even more
Yeah.
bullish to me, because we already knew about Zebek anyways. And the more bullish news that came out today is that you can buy money with Solana, Sui, XRP, XDC, XLM, HBAR, Bitcoin, obviously Ethereum and BNB. What else? So well, the Caspa. Any blockchain, there's over 150 networks. On any blockchain, you can trade for MANYU now through Houdini Swap. So that's huge for us because, like I said, you can now trade Solana, Sui, XDC, XRP, Bitcoin, anything. Not just Base, not just through Base or BNB or Ethereum, but anywhere you can use MANYU now through the Houdini Swap. So that's huge for us. Huge news.
Yeah, brother. You know, Elf and I were chatting about it after our awesome space earlier today, man. That space was fantastic. We had everybody, the who's who of Manu on that, it seemed like. And of course, we were missing tons of people, but it was a great space. But I was talking to Alpha. He's like, he called. He's like, what do you make of this? And I said to him, I was like, honestly, bro, because it's out of my realm of history of anything I've searched for. I'm like, I don't fully understand yet, but I feel like when the team dropped the B&B wormhole, and it was kind of like, oh, we got this now. I feel like, and of course, there's no facts behind that, but just experience being the teacher. I'm like, I think there's something more to it that they just haven't, aligned the stars for what that means. But I think it's big.
Tommy, do you hold any Solana or Sui or XRP or anything
Fuck
else?
no.
Oh,
I'm an
that's
ETH
all
maxi,
sad.
bro.
I wish you were actually holding something else so I can tell you to go on Houdini and swap it right now for money.
I'd be too afraid to do it anyways. I'm a creature of habit. It was hard enough for me to get just off Coinbase when I got uphold to buy Turbo when that first came out. That was my reason to get off of Coinbase and try something new. And then of course I got into Uniswap and some of their stuff. But for some of us
Hey, scared
conservative
at first.
investors, yeah,
You're scared at first, but once when you get used to it, once when you try it, you could just test it with a couple bucks. That won't hurt you. If anything goes wrong, you lose $2, $3. You know what I'm saying?
right. And I'm sure that day will come. But right now I don't need to. I got my menu bags
Yeah, you
packed, and
got
if
your. But for anybody, like they're like, damn, I don't want to go through all this. I have my Solana, I have Sui, I have XRP, but I want more money. Well, now you don't have an issue. You don't have to change it to Ethereum or BNB to buy MANYU anymore. You could just go on Houdini Swap, use their platform to swap your Solana, Sui, XRP, XDC, any of the 115 networks that are out there. Caspa, which probably a lot of people haven't heard about, but it's pretty popular too. It's probably the fastest blockchain out there right now. Well, you can
Yeah,
even
and
use
I
that.
and I know people in our community that hold Caspa too, and it's been nothing short of a unexciting play for a couple of years, but uh, hey, now you can use Caspa. Now
Hey,
Caspa can
now
have
you can.
value.
Now your Caspa has more value because now it can be swapped for money.
Exactly, exactly. But bro,
So
that
there you
debit card
go.
stuff is so cool, uh, because now it's a real thing for at least those of us in the United States who can really do what Flux says to live, buy, and spend menu, swipe menu, whatever he says. But it's so true.
Buy MANYU, swipe MANYU, live MANYU. He said something along
Exactly,
those lines.
exactly. Now I'm not using any menu yet, so you know we're not there yet. But I'm glad as soon as we're able to. And hey, this pump's nothing to look past. It's been a good 24 hours for Manu, and you know Ethereum wide. I mean, just on chain volume has not been great the last couple days, but I'm happy to see that within Manu that the on chain volume is more in the buys than is in the sells.
Bullish, bullish, bullish. Look at who's here, who we didn't hear from the first spaces we held, Tommy. Who knew?
Oh, Mister Who Knew.
And maybe Lady Bird is long with
By the
him. I
way,
see her
by
on
the way,
Telegram.
the
Is Lady Bird there?
most attractive, handsome Australian we know, and with his
Hmm.
beautiful wife, the power couple of Manu. What do you got for us, bro?
I agree with
Well,
the
first,
second part about Lady Bird, but the first part, I'm not too sure about that.
firstly, I would say to both of you that for me, in that video, you probably need to go and see the eye doctor because yeah, if you think that there's a handsome guy there, then yeah, you obviously your eyesight's failing. So that'd be my first thing.
Tommy, you heard the man. Go to the doctor, bro.
I do need to get my eyes checked, anyways, but I still am pretty
Well, I
sure
don't
that
think
Hoot
they're
is a
that bad. He did say Lady
handsome
Bird.
dude.
Lady Bird is Lady Bird is one of the more attractive women out there. So he's right about that. Just the other part was wrong.
Oh
So
man, oh
it's
man,
probably his
my
his
ladybird.
right eye is fine and his left eye is messed up. Tommy, check your left eye.
Yeah, no, I love my woman. You know, some people see that as offensive, but that's how I refer to my ladybird. She's my woman, and I'm her man. You know, so yeah,
I think it's
that's
beautiful. It's
yeah,
beautiful, brother.
absolutely. Yeah, I'm very very lucky. Hey, guys, I've got some questions, lots of questions. Well, no, not really, a couple of questions. Firstly, with the debit card, is Zebek planning to expand that to other countries,
Yes.
or are they?
Yes. If you go on their
Yes,
website,
they are.
it shows what countries they're working on right now on their website.
They are
Okay.
working on Europe. I think well, I forgot who it was because I always get confused between Ezekiel and Zero. But one of them came in and they said yes, like Zebek is working on other countries. Like right now it's in America, but they're working on other countries, and they'll
I'll go to
probably be coming sooner than we think.
I'll go to their website and get that information right now as we're talking.
Okay, so Zebek, if you're listening, if you could prioritise Australia at the top of the list, that'd be much appreciated. Secondly, with
And the Netherlands.
secondly, with the Houdini swap, which I'm very excited about, guys. Besides the multi chain or the every chain that you can swap menu with, which, by the way, that now opens up menu to every one of those holders on those blockchains to make an easy buy of menu. So that's very exciting. Secondly, the fact that from what I was reading, the transactions are hidden from the blockchain. So
Yes, that's true.
yes, and I just wanted to discuss that a bit further, just to make sure that I'm understanding that correctly. That for example, if we swap something on the Houdini platform. that straight from the menu wallet to another chain or whatever, that transaction will not show up on the blockchain. Am I
Yes.
understanding that right?
Yes, no matter how much money you can hide, it's basically like, okay, so I did notice they do follow Monero. I want to find out if they work with Monero or not, because Monero is one
Yeah,
of those cryptos that you can basically do the same thing where
yeah,
all your
yep,
transactions, the dollar amount, everything will be hidden. It can be taxed, it can be followed, it can be tracked. So yes, the
yep.
same thing applies to this Houdini swap. It cannot be tracked. You could put in $1 million, $10 million. It cannot be tracked. It cannot be taxed. So yeah.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm the voice of caution in the panel, and that is always I'm always the conservative guy to say, when it comes to the law, we have institutions. We are in our first bull run of adoption with governments and institutions, and just know that with blockchain, that's the thing about blockchain. Why it's secure is because it's they can always lift the veil, in my opinion, at some point. You never know what
Well,
tech's going to come up. So just be mindful with your money. I mean, Monero,
Well,
Zcash was
just
another
just
one.
remember, Tommy, that Monero was brought out, and there's a couple of others as well, but I can't remember the names. They were brought out primarily for those institutional investors that don't want to be their transactions displayed for the world to see on the blockchain. So that's where it started. So effectively, or potentially, what they're doing is avoiding paying tax. Now, that's no surprise, is it? Surprise, surprise, that the big guys are avoiding paying tax. But for us little guys, and more importantly, this takes us one step closer to being a truly decentralized space here on crypto, and in particular for Menu. And I just find that, like, pardon the expression, but it's getting me hard.
Well, back to your, I just want to cover this really quick and then we can move on from it. But what you were asking, who
I
knew
don't.
about the ZBEC cards, I just want to cover this super quick because as we've talked about before, there's three different ZBEC cards. And as things currently stand, the silver, the carbon, and the black, both the silver and the black allow you to spend in USD, Euro, and GBP. It's only the carbon that's only in USD right now. So check out their website. They give all the up to minute details on there on those cards. But know that when you're going into which card you order.
Yeah, so those first two, the black and the silver, don't require KYC, is my understanding. Is that your understanding, Tommy?
KYC.
As in revealing
Right, there's
identification.
know your customer. But let me look on a little bit further while you guys are chatting.
If you lose your crypto on Monero or you lose your crypto on Houdini, uh, what can the government do or the taxers or whatever IRS do about you losing your crypto on there? Nothing.
Well, the whole
Anyways,
reason
I just want to
Bitcoin
let the
came out,
IRS know
humans.
one thing. I don't hold any money.
The whole reason Bitcoin was created, mate, was for a decentralized platform. To I guess separate from the centralized system. So, and it really never achieved that. But now we're really getting close to that being the real deal, which is very exciting. It's just that ZBEC need to get their act together and make their Mastercard accessible to every country in the world, and then we're on a winner.
We are all winners. And yeah. By the way, who knew? You should take a cold shower, bro.
I
Nobody.
wasn't actually referring to that. That's just your mind at work. I was actually talking about my big toe.
What do you think I was talking about? I'm just telling you to take a cold shower. What does that mean? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I just
no,
meant you take a cold shower, make you feel better. You know what I'm saying?
According
cheers,
Or
mate.
or make you feel, mm,
according to AI, KYC is required with all three ZBAC cards.
oh man, that doesn't
Okay.
sound so good to me.
someone was sharing with me, and I've got to remember who that was. I was in contact with him. He's part of the community. So I'd have to go back through. I can't remember who it was that wasn't the case. But also that you don't have to prove that your identification is correct on the black and silver card. Basically, it's very limited information that's required, and it's not something that's that they checked is correct. It's just information you provide.
Well, the reason why it says that it is because ZBEC is a U.S. registered entity, so it has to follow the U.S. banking system laws.
Well,
I
I
don't
don't
mean to
know.
be Debbie Downer. I'm just saying that's what AI is saying. AI can be wrong, but it's probably more right than I am.
Oh yeah,
So
well, we'll see. I mean, we'll ask somebody who does it eventually. I know somebody earlier in the Telegram, I forgot who it was, said they got their virtual Zebek card already. So
that was
maybe we
Aiken.
can. That was Itaken. So
Yeah, that's why I'm
okay.
surprised.
Well,
Yep.
when Itaken comes, wait, Itaken, he's not in America.
No, he's in
No,
Netherlands, but
no, I don't. I don't know. The person who I saw wasn't Itaken.
I think it was Jack.
Jack. No, it wasn't Jack either. He was trying, but it didn't work out for him. Remember, he did it live on
Yeah,
Spaces.
you're right. You're right.
The KYC aside, it's still fantastic that we can use a Mastercard straight out of the MANYU token wallet. That's still pretty awesome. So hopefully, you know, we'll find out that KYC is not required. But if it is, it is.
well, what's great about it is you're not having to take your money and convert it to something else. Your advance, right? The card is doing an instant conversion. So, you're going to pay conversion fees regardless, but at least you're only paying it once. And depending on what those fees are, you'll have to weigh that out for yourself. If you're buying a soda and you use your card, well, it's a conversion fee that costs of two sodas, right? Versus if you're buying your Audi, maybe that looks different.
Well, for now, me personally, I'm not trying to spend any of my money, so I'll check out the debit card later on. Plus, they got
So,
some
Guy,
kinks to work on it too, from what I
got
know.
another question for you guys, and that is that since the introduction of the Houdini swap, we've seen a little bit of a pump in the chart. Do you put that down to just because we got the swap, or because people on those other blockchains have now got direct access to buy menu?
Well, it's what Alpha was saying to me, and I haven't verified it, but that company is only $11 million project with not a ton of adoption yet. That was his words, not mine.
Oh, Houdini?
Yes.
Okay. They
So,
are a project. I thought they were just a swap. Okay.
yeah, it's what he said. Again, I haven't checked it out, but if that's the case, I can't imagine there's a ton of volume going through there. I would guess that we're pumping, um, you know, off of bullish news in general.
Okay, okay.
Well,
So,
we were pumping
so
before any of this news came out. Since like last night in American time, we started pumping.
Has the team
So
done any buybacks? I
yeah,
haven't looked at the blockchain.
I haven't looked either, but I'll
I
check
don't
right
know.
now. I'll check right now.
Yeah, just lost my train of thought there. Uh,
That's easy.
yeah, it is, mate. It is. It is. I'll come back to it. I had a brain fart.
Your train of thought right now is a monkey uh, playing the whatever it is, smashing those two instruments together. What are they called? Whatever.
The symbols.
I guess whatever that monkey does. You know, when
Yeah.
you have like nothing to think
Smashes the
about.
symbols. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you too, guys.
I wonder if he moves like the monkey when you crank it up and you let it untwist. If he moves that way too. Are those your dance skills, Unu?
No, no, mate. It's you got to remember. I'm 6'3", so I move more like an orangutan.
Well, you and Bobby are gonna have to have a. You're both the two biggest guys in the whole project. Two
The last
tallest.
buy, the last buy was 10 days ago. So no buys recently. 10 days ago was the last time zero I bought. But there's still like 40 something thousand or whatever left over to buy with,
Yeah,
which he will. I'm not tripping. I know some people are kind of like, oh man, why don't you just do it? What are you waiting for? Hey man, I don't really complain about this team because they've given us so much. So there's a couple things that they might not be doing as quick as we want, but and you know, just let them be. In my opinion, like you're not gonna find a better team. So if you're gonna complain about that small, tiny little thing that they haven't done the buybacks and burns yet, why don't they complete it already? It's okay. It's not a big deal to me. I know this kid team is honest, and sometimes they might take a little bit longer than expected. And I ain't tripping off this buyback and burn. They'll do it when it's done. You know what I'm saying? And they'll make it happen. I believe in the team. I don't think they're trying to, you know, screw us over if somebody's thinking that way. Whoever is thinking negative about them not doing all the buybacks yet, but you know, just what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do? You gonna complain about this over and over? Zero knows he's an honest person, honest dev. He's been honest with us, and he has his reasons why he hasn't completed the buyback and the burn yet. You know what I'm saying? I trust him to do it. Whenever he does it, he'll do it. That's all I gotta say on that because I did hear some kind of negative remarks on it, and that's my opinion on it. It's not a big deal. The money's there. He hasn't sold any, and when he does the burn, he'll do the burn. Maybe they're waiting for a little bit higher market cap so the price can be a little bit better looking. You know what I mean?
Well, no
It'll
matter
be
what,
like, oh, we did this much. You
no,
know what I'm saying?
I mean, you could use the argument that oh, they don't want to do it because then people will sell against it, and that's fair. I don't, I, I don't like to jump on the train that it's FUD necessarily. I think that it's a fair question for some people. I've heard the question asked as well, and again, I trust the team. I'm not losing sleep over Menu's current price. But some would argue that it was a Q3 commitment and that it should just be wrapped up, like just be done with it, right? Buy it, burn it, and move on. I mean, when we burned tokens a couple months ago as a community on the 24-hour space, and we have since, right? Like, I mean, I guess the market cap didn't matter. Why did I burn tokens? Well, I burned them because that was just showing my kind of pledge to the community that was locking in those tokens. And again, team can do what they want when they want. My buy and sell has nothing to do with that. But I also don't want people to feel like they can't have those questions and that they're afraid to ask them because they're going to get shamed for it being FUD. I mean, it was part of the roadmap. And yeah.
A lot of people are gonna feel different types of ways. Some people are gonna feel like me, where they don't really care about it. Some are gonna care about it. They're like, "Hey, you should stick to what you said. You know, you said it, and you should have it done by now." I can't really argue with them because some people are just like that. And I'm not trying to argue with anybody on whichever side you're on. Personally, that was just my own opinion. You know what I'm saying?
I gather that was a topic in the last spaces about the, or is that in
On
TG?
today?
Uh,
No, no. So, some people come on Telegram always asking, "Hey, what about the buybacks? What about the burns?" I've heard people say, "Hey, it's supposed to happen in Q3, and then you're also supposed to do a Q4 burn. So what's up with that? You're delaying it, blah blah blah." So I've heard that. I've also had people DM me, multiple people DM me about it, what's going on with it, and I just answered it the way I feel. You know what I mean? That's not the right answer for some people. You might have a different opinion, and my opinion is just whatever the team is going to do, they're going to do it. I personally don't care when they do it. If they do it today, tomorrow, a month later, I personally don't care about that.
Well, I mean,
I don't know how
I suppose
anybody else
that'll.
feels. I'm not telling you guys to feel that
right,
way, by the way.
but
That's just my own opinion.
I don't feel that way.
no one in here has control over the wallet, right? So, but as we like to refer to it as, or as I've referred to it as, like the board of directors, this is our critical thinking hour to come together and talk about all the different things ManU as a community and be on the same page and sort out our different thoughts and arrive to similar conclusions idealistically. But again, when it's a business, right? When a business makes a pledge and commitment, then that's what builds credibility, right? Credibility builds trust. And so, it should hopefully get done soon. But again, none of us are in control of the wallets, and I'm not selling regardless. So I'm here to see, but that doesn't mean that people's questions, concerns, or opinions aren't valid.
You
Hundred
know,
percent agree with you, Tommy.
Hubert, you raised uh, what you spoke about earlier about Houdini swap and that they're a small swap at this stage.
Uh-huh.
made me realise that this can't be the multi-billion-dollar partnership that the core team is talking about. That is
Of course it's
on
not.
the horizon.
I mean, as soon as
Yeah,
it happened, I wasn't thinking this is some multi-billion. I didn't even know they had their own coin or token, whatever. So we all know this
yeah,
ain't that multi-billion-dollar partnership. That's still in the works and it's still coming. What's up, Storm?
yeah, absolutely.
What's up, Storm?
What's up, family? Good morning, good
What's up,
afternoon, good night.
brother?
Much love, Tommy. What's happening, man?
Man, happy to hear your voice.
You too, bro. Always happy to hear you guys. I just wanted to say something. Anybody who is questioning Zerile and the team and this burn or what the $40,000 that's left to burn, just refer to the jumbotron, please, and look at this list of accomplishments by this team. And I really don't have a nice way to say this, but just shut the fuck up. That's all I have to say.
Okay, Storm.
Love your authenticity, brother.
What's up, Marcus? How are you?
I'm doing great. Going back to the ZBAC menu card, I tried doing it today, and you do have to submit a picture of your passport or an ID, and it cannot be a driver's license.
And where are you located,
And
Marcus? Which country?
I'm in Louisiana in the United
Okay, so you're
States.
Oh,
U.S. All
yeah.
right.
By the way, it's only working for people in the US. So if you're in some country in Europe or Africa or the Middle East somewhere, it's most likely not going to work for you. Sorry
Hello.
about that. What, Bobby? Aren't you in America?
He's
Why
on
are
the
you screaming
moon.
no?
He's on the moon.
Oh, yeah, he's on the moon. Sorry, Bobby, it's not going to work for you yet.
Appar-
No, it
Flux
works
is
for
working on
Well,
that too.
it works
Flux
for
is
me.
working on.
I heard Flux had some requests for customizations to his moon condo, and Bobby's been working overtime trying to make them happen.
Yeah, no, I went all the way through the whole process and then selected next at the end after it showed that I got the card, and it just gave me that error at the end. But I was able to get everything going on it.
Well, that's good to hear as well for you.
Yeah, you got to have a
But me
MetaMask too,
personally,
right? Do you have to have a
do
MetaMask?
you?
I feel like you
No,
should. No?
Oh, wow. You could just do it straight from the Zebeka website or something like
I
that?
did it straight through Mobilium.
Oh, okay, cool.
But
Well,
but
me
Zip-
personally, I'm going to wait a bit longer before I get my debit card. I'm not going to spend my money, so I don't need it yet. Not saying you guys shouldn't get it. You guys should. It'll be really good to have it. But me personally, I'm just not gonna get it.
yeah, it's probably good to order and show our support, right? And they see the user adoption when they're like, okay, we created this MANYU partnership, and now we've got 5 cards, 100 cards, 500 cards. I mean, all that speaks volume. Probably incentivizes them to do more if there's more adoption.
Look, me personally, I get it. Sometimes in crypto, things happen to where like the team doesn't like Zero Hour is not gonna come out and say anything why he's taking so long on doing this buyback and burn. But I'm pretty sure they have a strategic plan and something is happening to where they're like, "Oh, let's hold back on this." And I trust them that whatever move they're making, that they're making the right move. You know what I'm saying? I just sometimes your conviction has to be on trust. You know what I'm saying? Not on everything that's written. You know. And so far,
I think
this team hasn't failed us. You know what I'm saying? Even when we try trust them blindly, which you have to do quite often in crypto, because the team can't just come out and tell you everything. So you have to trust them blindly sometimes. And with this team we have, and it's worked out for us really, really well. Even in today's right now's market, Ethereum is really horrible. I've seen some projects that were hit well over 100 million, while we hit 71 million, and those projects actually are a lower market cap now than us. There's this one called Open VPP or something like that. They hit 100 something million, while we hit 71 million, and they dropped all of. They're at 20 something million from 100 something million, and we're at 30 million from 71 million. So overall, when you look at it, especially on Ethereum, which is the most important blockchain, especially when Ethereum takes off. Um, we're performing the best out of everything on Ethereum. So once when Ethereum takes off, you know what I'm saying? Even if we don't have Binance or anything, we're just gonna explode.
It's just newbies really that are going on about market caps and burns, etc. I always look at it like this. Firstly, I'd say that the core team for all those that have been in the holders or in the community for a while, they've earned our trust. It's not a case of doubting it anymore for any of us. I think it's really just newbies that don't know. So unfortunately, that'll just be part and parcel of the process going forward. Um, as far as burns go, the balance of the 180k burn, I look at it like this. That you're either a glass half full or a glass half empty guy, and you can look at it that there's still 40k to burn. But if you're a glass half full guy, you go, well, that's fantastic. Plus, we've got another $1 million burn that's taking place in quarter 4. So it just depends on how you look at things, and as Tommy likes to say, it's called perspective.
Yes, sir. And I was going to quote tweet a post. Somebody made a comment on one of ManU's posts today, and it was bullish news in the post. And the person commented, "Yeah, but we can't seem to hit 100 million." And I was so annoyed when I saw that, because I was like, you're chasing price, you're not chasing catalyst, right? There's only so much that the project can control, right? We can't control the price, can't control the market. You got to look at what the team's doing and what they're delivering. And if you're wondering where the market cap is, that means you're in a hurry to jeet. And but honestly, I hope it stays
Or
under
you
100 million longer for that
overinvested.
person.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's not necessarily like G. It's somebody who's worried about their investment because they're overinvested. A lot of it might be their life savings. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the other day I was talking about stop trying to invest. If you're at that panic mode and you keep on investing more, that you shouldn't invest anymore. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean I'm saying money is not good. It means that for your mental health, for you to be a better diamond hand holder, for you to be not one of these guys that keeps on saying when, stop buying more. You know what I'm saying? That was my point the other day when I was trying to make this. I wasn't trying to say that don't buy money anymore. Just for some people, it's probably better off. You shouldn't be buying that much if you can't control it. Flux, what the hell you mean? No, no, no. I know, obviously, you gotta take risk in life, but if you can't handle that risk, you're gonna give yourself mental health issues, and you're gonna be on Telegram. Flux, what the hell's wrong with you? Get your ass up over here, man. You're kind of annoying me right now.
Just before Pluck speaks, mate, I'm just gonna point this out.
Problem that
Oh,
you're
it's
gonna
funny.
have is that you didn't risk it all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Flux is right too. But if you're gonna be a little bitch, then stop investing and just hold. Okay, damn.
You can't change people's attitudes, mate. You can only guide them, help them. People that are suffering from PSD that bad. They've lost that much money. Sometimes you just can't turn them around. I received a message from a guy that didn't have a menu PFP calling our project and the team scammers. I engaged with him, explained the project and the situation, and he replied with a thumbs up and okay, I understand. And then a couple of days later, he's hitting up with the scammer business again. So I just blocked the guy. Some people you just can't help.
Yeah, I've seen that happen. Where like, oh man, I actually got through the guy. He seems calm, and then a day or two later, they come back and they're on their bullshit period again. That fast, crazy, bro.
Flux in
Bitches
your
ain't shit, but hoes and tricks. You know what I'm saying?
Flux is in the wind down time of the night. What you got for us, Flux? How you feeling now after you've had a few hours away?
I feel like I'm in the Ku Clan, KKK, bro. Brother Tommy, how are you, brother Tommy? What the fuck is
Welcome, brother Flux.
All
brother?
I
Who
can do
knew?
is
How
laugh
are
at
you?
that statement. What the hell?
Oh, brother human, what's going on?
Hey, bro. Hey, my brother in Manu.
I'm
Just
chilling,
chilling.
bro. We're chilling. We're chilling out here, man. Market's doing what it's gotta do. Life is good.
Life is real good, bro. Manu got us feeling good. Obviously it's not at the price that we all want, but you see it pump 20, 30%. You know what I'm saying? That says something. That means something, especially in this market where nothing's doing nothing.
Yeah, it's respectable, bro. We're respected in this motherfucker.
For real. For real, though.
You see what the blockchain's doing? You checking out that holder count, bro? It's taking up by the second, my guys.
Yeah, it's looking pretty impressive, Flux.
We almost
I
touched a
find out these
1% increase
flux
on the
every
24
morning.
hour, bro. That's the first time I saw that. No, I don't know if I've ever seen that personally.
Bro,
What, 100
let's
something in one day?
A 1%
1%.
tick up on the holder count in the 24 hour. We got close, man. It was like about 82 or something like that. 0.82 or something. I was
Yep,
like, God
yep,
damn.
yep. Flux, I'm with you. That's what I'm most bullish about because you can fake a lot of things, but you can't fake that. I mean, sure, maybe somebody could, but you can't like fake that very easily. You can't pump that.
No, not saying that our holders are fake, but yes, you can fake that. You could do a bunch of airdrops and make it look like you have a bunch of holders. But I know for a fact that the team didn't do
But
airdrops
when
because
price
I
appreciation
already
is
checked from the
when
beginning.
price appreciation is in correlation with the holder increase, okay, there is a organic growth there.
Exactly. But I was just saying you can fake it though with like airdrops
Well,
and shit.
listen, Mr.
Yeah,
Contradiction
100%.
today. Of course you can do anything you want, but I'm just saying that number growth isn't faked. Like that's not pumped faked. We know there's no airdrops and shit like that.
Yeah. So, as you guys know, when this team is starting to drop news, every time they drop something new, it gets bigger and bigger. So, over the coming, I believe they have some more catalysts coming before this month ends, especially with the bullish stuff that's going on. I noticed one thing about this team, like I've said this many, many times, it's about timing for them. So when I've noticed one thing, when the market seems a little bit more bullish, they're willing to drop more news than when it's like kind of bearish and bad things are happening. But they did save this project from going way below when that crash happened. So shout out to the team. Because imagine if we would have hit below 20 million, that would have caused a frenzy, a panic, fucking chaos, especially in the Telegram, and people would have been selling off. But the team calmed people down, saved people's liquidity. So shout out to the team, man.
Hey, for everyone in this room, you slack asses, retweet this room. Hit that purple pill.
It's steroids, guys. That's steroids right there. Take that steroid pill. Apex is probably sleeping. He took his steroids and went to sleep. Levi came on today. Levi came on today. He sounded sick. But he's probably having dreams of cops, whatever he was doing today.
I think those of you that are paying attention to what's happening in the greater crypto market, tomorrow is a big day. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, inflation data will come out. I think it's realistic in way that we know historically. It's always been manipulated. They've removed stuff, they've added stuff to get numbers they want. I think we'll see a lower number, but if we do see a higher number, there's a lot of predictions. We could see Bitcoin drop down into the 90s. Again, I don't think that's going to happen. I think the correlation of CZ's pardon, BNB's recent uh, being added to Coinbase and Robinhood, the government shutdown, the rate cuts, I think it's all going to go hand in hand, and we'll probably see lower numbers. But again, if we see a higher number, if you wake up tomorrow morning or wherever you are to see the U.S. inflation data come out higher in the morning, just expect that for the weekend. It's either going to be a pump weekend or it's going to be a cool off weekend. But that number is going to be the reason why it's one way or the other.
Yeah, I'm not. Maybe there's a bit of a chance, but I'm not expecting $90,000 Bitcoin or anything less than 100. Yeah, not even below 100,000. I don't think so, but I could be 100% wrong. But I just feel that way. Like all this positive news that came out today, they're getting ready to pump the markets. You know what I'm saying? They're starting to be more positive about everything, with that pardon. That's huge. That's extremely big, even though it's just for CZ Binance. That's huge. That's huge for the entire crypto market. And I do feel like Trump, it's got his bags and his elites ready, pumped their bags. They've already gotten, this cheaper price, and I think they're ready to start pumping crypto. Maybe
Well,
I'm not saying it's gonna happen right away, like this week, tomorrow, or whatever. But I think they're getting ready to pump up the markets now.
it'll pump right away. It'll pump or dump either way off of that information in U.S. morning. But I was thinking of Flux. I'll finish that statement so it doesn't sound weird. But I was having dinner tonight out and about, and I was thinking about how Flux talks about like, hey, when this pumps, inverse the chart, right? And it made me think about the CZ news, right? To give you perspective of how bullish that is. Not imagine, but think back if you were in the market how bearish it was when the CZ news happened over the arrest and the sentencing and all of that, right? It's it would be foolish to underestimate the value of that pardon today, even though he served his time and what's been done has been done. But I think that that's far more bullish than people have given credit to it.
What'll be
And
interesting, Tommy, is to see what CZ does with this pardon. He's obviously had one hell of a life over the last few years, spending some time inside in jail, which has dramatically changed his outlook on a lot of things. So it'll be really interesting to see what he brings to the crypto space going forward. I think it'll be more inclusive.
Yeah, and there's a lot happening on the what they call it, the Hill, right? Brian Armstrong's been tweeting about what's been happening with legislation and what they're looking to do and how they're trying to get the rest of the bills through that are pro crypto. And it's right on the fringe of things being approved and more legislation coming through, bullish for crypto as a whole. That news could drop any day as well.
everybody really needs to go check out what the hell is gonna happen next month with the banking system. How they're gonna have to become ISO 20022 compliant. So that's actually gonna be one of the biggest catalysts for crypto happening, and it's happening right before our eyes because they're not gonna pump it through that news like on the day of. It's either they're already getting ready. They're already buying at this point while that news is on the horizon. They're getting ready, these banks and everybody, and yeah, that's why XRP community is so excited. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're so bullish on XRP because of ISO 20022. But what they need to realize is that it's not just going to be for XRP. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like Chainlink is going to be involved in that going on forward and a bunch of others. So it's just going to be overall bullish. And like I said, one of the biggest catalysts, if not the biggest catalyst for crypto this year.
Yeah, but CZ's been out of jail since 2024, guys.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah,
out for a while. I
but
think it
but the
was even
pardons,
before
the pardons, the
2024.
pardons just it's the circus show. It's part of the charades,
It's a forgiveness. It's not on his record anymore.
right? But it's also to act as a catalyst as well, in my opinion.
Well, it is. What do you want to say? They're using it as a catalyst, like it's fake news type of catalyst. Whatever it is, it's a catalyst. It's positive.
It's not bearish.
No, what was the
Nope.
guy's name? The Silk Road guy. Why am I in a brain fart for his name? Fox Human. Somebody help me with that.
What was whose first name?
The guy, the Silk Road guy that went to prison that Trump pardoned. Nobody's
I
got
don't know.
that. All right, I'll look it up.
Nope.
But again, that was just an example of bullishness where he got out of prison and um, he was expected that or suspected that he holds still tons of Bitcoin on the side, right, in cold storage wallets. But all this stuff is just
Oh, now
Ross
I know who you're
Ulbricht.
talking about. Who?
what's that, Bobby?
Ross
Yeah,
Ulbricht.
Ross. Yeah, Ross Ulbricht. So
Uh,
it's just more the industry charades that create hype, or in that case, hype.
I just want to come back to what you said, Human, about XRP and IS 20022. Something that you guys might not be aware. Obviously, they've been pushing to their agenda, and that has had a great impact on SWIFT, which has been the backbone of the centralized system for forever.
Forever, yeah.
And you know who we're partnered with, right? Chainlink, and you know who's
Yep, yep, yep.
yep in with Chainlink, and it's SWIFT. So SWIFT is all of a sudden decided to push back, and we're partnered with Chainlink, who is partnered with us. So talk about this core team lining things up.
Remember, we have RWA on our roadmap, so we never know what else they have planned for us.
Well, here's
You
what's
never know.
cool. Here's what's cool about the new partnership today. When you talk about the 115 different blockchains, is Swift is an example, Circle is an example of companies that are building or have their own blockchain in the works. And I think that's what we're going to see in the next couple of years: is more projects, more companies building their own blockchain, and Chainlink being the one that can bring it all together, and then having these swaps that allow you to do that seamlessly.
Hey, do you guys hold VeChain? Did you know now you can trade your VeChain for MANYU?
I hold MANYU, mate. Uh, that one you just mentioned is the opposition. The only one I
VeChain?
hold now is MANYU, mate. I've got rid of them all, except for Ethereum, of course. I've got Ethereum, but yeah, no, I don't hold VeChain.
Hey, do you hold Avalanche? Well, now you can trade
I
your
used to.
Avalanche for MANYU.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I used to have all of those, mate. All the major alts, and many others, and then I saw the light, mate, and saw what this core team is doing, has been doing since the beginning, and the trajectory that they're taking us, their plans that they have for us. And as all of you know, at a certain point in that journey from the beginning, the light came on. We realised what we had here, and a lot of us went all in, and I was one of those guys.
Hey, do you hold TRX? Well, now you can trade your TRX for MANYU.
You might as well go down the list of
You're a cracker.
115 at
You're
this
a
point,
fucking
bro.
cracker.
Hey, do you hold Dogecoin? Well, now you can trade
Used
your
to.
Dogecoin for MANYU.
Used to.
Hey, do you hold Cardano, aka
Oh, for
ADA?
fuck's sake.
Well,
Used
now
to.
you can trade your
Used
Cardano
to.
for MANYU.
Come on, keep going. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you if I held it. Pretty well, everything you're going to say, I would have held. Yeah, Hedera, H
Hey,
bar.
do you hold TON? Well, now you can
Used
trade your
to.
TON for MANYU. Hey, do you hold Crow? Now you can trade a Crow for MANYU.
Oh no, I never held that one,
Somebody
mate. Never
else
held that one.
speak, please.
Hey, okay, I know for a fact some of you guys hold this because you guys told us. Hey, do you hold Wilfie? Well, now you can trade your Wilfie for MANYU.
Fuck no.
MJ,
Fuck no.
MJ, you can trade. Where is MJ? He's not here. Okay, MJ, if you're
Tell them,
listening to
let them
this
know.
recording, you can trade your Wilfie directly from MANYU now.
Bro, he's holding that
Yeah,
till
yeah,
he's dead.
yeah.
You know, Trump was talking about today that he could, pay off the debt through crypto. Well, if he really wants to do it, he could sell his Wilfie to pay off the debt.
That was actually when he first, not long after he became president. Yeah, that he made that announcement.
No, I don't know. Somebody posted it recently. Maybe that's an old video then. I don't know. Somebody posted it today, or was it yesterday? I can't remember. And Trump was talking about
His
how he
old
could.
video. I think he was running for the election at that point, bro.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then that person is
Yeah,
stupid. They
maybe
made
that's
me
what it
think
was.
that Trump said it again. Like he said it recently. Never mind.
I actually sent him a message, a direct message, direct message, yeah, direct message. Um,
To who?
saying for
Trump?
him to do. Yeah, to Donald Trump, I said to him to please set up the Bitcoin US strategic reserve. Please buy Bitcoin and get the government to buy Bitcoin. Then you can just write a check and pay off the $1 trillion debt. Then he came out and said that on the stage, probably unaligned, but yeah, I thought it was hysterical.
Well, he probably
Um,
listened to you, bro.
yeah,
That's
it was
why
probably because
he's
of
pro
who knew.
crypto. That's why.
Makes sense.
Yep.
If I was Trump, I'd
You
listen to who knew.
I
exactly.
think so,
You
mate.
made
I
him
think
pro
it's
crypto.
actually because the US is friends with Aussies, you know. So because it was an Aussie that said it, he just thought, oh yeah, we'll use that material.
Hey, I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys hold Ondo? Well, now you can trade your Ondo for MANYU.
Get him off the stage, folks. Redemption, how you doing,
Uh,
brother?
Human used to.
Damn, yo, who knew? What happened you had?
Where's Rajesh? We need him. Come on, Rajesh.
Rajesh is Tommy or Tommy is Rajesh. Good morning,
Yes,
all of
Oh
sir.
you.
wow. So you guys are in each other, huh? That's
Rajesh
what's
is
up.
cowboy. Rajesh is cowboy.
Cowboy, yes.
You guys are one in the same, man. You guys are amazing. You guys are like, what is it? Who says it? It's the Chinese or Japanese who say, they say something like that. Whatever. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Sorry. Go ahead, Roger.
Yeah, very good news. We are in bullish. Market is just like a very uncertainty is in market, but we are the bullish. Lots of good news, and
Rajesh,
yes,
do you hold Quant? Well, now
Oh,
you can
fuck
trade
my
your
life.
Quant for her money.
now I'm holding only menu.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yes.
Hey,
Oh,
human,
well, wait,
human,
Rajesh, you hold
do
your
you hold
money on
Rio?
Ethereum, right?
Menu, yes, on Ethereum.
Oh, did you know you can swap it over to BNB money now?
Yes, 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 very well. I know.
That's a new way of putting it. Hey, human, do you hold Rio?
No. What are you
You
talking
know
about,
that you
bro? You
can
can't use
swap that
no,
on.
no, 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 no. I don't want to hear this. Why you no? You can't use my words against me, bro.
I listening you all of you are sweeping from the just like you talking about the Hyundai just like that name is there. August, I think August or September is there. I wrote the already I wrote about the menu to the Hyundai. I have already I have that exposed about actually just like another one platform is also there, and today I want to hit him. This is also Dex, uh, just like a Hyundai. So it's a big
Yeah, Rajesh. The only problem I have is that I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well,
yeah
do you hold an Audi? Because now you can turn your Audi into menu.
yeah
How?
yeah
What? No, you
Hyundai
can't.
Hyundai swap. I'm
Yeah,
talking about
Apex
the
said you
Hyundai
could.
swap. Yeah,
Imagine at that point where you can trade your cars for crypto. That would be crazy, though.
Well, they have a coin that you can. Um, I don't know how it works. I just saw someone talking about it on X that
Who
somehow it's
has a
correlated.
coin? You could
There's
trade your
there's
car for a crypto coin.
that they buy and sell cars with with crypto, but they made a token of it.
hey,
Oh,
menu
that's I don't
menu
know.
menu card is it is only for US or like that is
Yeah,
all only for
right now
US.
it's only working in the U.S., but in the future, Zebek will add other countries. I mean, as far as like the regular Zebek card goes, it does work in other countries. But as far as like when they added MANYU, that feature for like other projects listed on their Zebek card, they cannot be used outside the U.S. But Zebek can be used outside the U.S. So They already have that feature, so I'm pretty sure they'll add that for the projects that they add on to their debit card. I don't know how long it'll take, but probably not that long since they already have that feature for other countries.
Yeah, but I go for the card and just reach out the KYC process. I'm on the last stage of KYC process.
It's not
Just
gonna
like
work for you, Rajesh. You're in India.
yeah, but I'm last stage. This is a face recognition. This is a KYC process is there now.
Yeah, other people tried it and they went through that process, but once when you
Yeah,
get through that process, it'll tell you error that's not gonna work for you. So
yeah. Yeah, Mobilium something is a once back end software is there using this is Mobilium app through you doing the QIC.
oh okay. Yeah. Somebody else was telling us that they do it through, who was it? I forgot. Somebody said it earlier today.
Hey, Tommy, just coming back to what you said, mate. Were you talking about crypto autos?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So for everybody that hasn't heard of crypto autos, by the way, Human, I used to have crypto autos. They've got a really nasty uh, part in their contract that can drain your crypto auto